What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jake's Shop and Track Talk, and we're going to talk about a few things that have gone on over the weekend in racing. And I bet you guys, if you're race fans or if you're race teams, that you probably are on board with already. Okay, last night on Twitter, Matt Weaver, he goes out and says, what in the hell are they doing? Why are they running these? I don't remember the exact gist of it, but okay. Florence Speedway in South Carolina. Okay, now I'm not really trying to bag on these racetracks. I understand that all racetracks operate just barely surviving. Okay, like a lot of them probably operate on a loss, mostly as write-offs for profitable businesses. Okay, now I don't think that there's any way to make any money in racing. If you want to make a small fortune in racing, you start with a large one. I mean, I don't know. Hoosier probably made a lot of money after the Blue Gray 100 today. They burned up every 1350 and D70 that was left on the continent in that particular race. But okay, so Florence, they got Dale Earnhardt Jr. there. They've got 50 late model stocks. They're paying $12,000 to win, and that's kind of a problem because the promoter is trying to save himself from going belly up by having a payout that big and that deep into the field. Now, he's got 3,500 in attendance. I don't know what the ticket price was. I don't know what he had in the pits, but I know they had bandoleros. I know that they had pro trucks. I know that they had limited late models last night. I know, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Everybody who races has raced in lower, feeder kind of divisions. And if you didn't, it means you came straight from karts and got into a modified, a late model, or a sprint car. Maybe a midget, but probably not a midget, probably not a sprint car. Maybe a micro, right? That's kind of, is that what you guys do? You go flat carts to micros, right? Before you go into full midgets or maybe never at all. Maybe you just stay in micros. Those things look pretty damn cool. I'd like to drive one. All right. Okay. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Florence runs all the support divisions before the late model feature, which, boy, I don't know if I should get into this, into that race. I guess I kind of have to. There's inconsistent calls all the way through. They're putting Dale Jr. to the back when the 22 car, what the hell's that guy's name? He run two cars completely off the top of the damn racetrack. Mason Diaz, that's his name. Then he parks his car in the front straightaway like a total asshole. All right. I mean, he wrecked the fucking 95 on that lap on the previous caution. What the fuck, man? What do you think, dude? Whatever, man. You're a better driver than me, Mason Diaz, but I wouldn't fucking do that. You're a fucking prick, man. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. You'll be a prick in the truck series too, I guess. If you got enough money backing you. I won't ever be. I'll just be some local racer. Well, anyways, I guarantee you that a lot of Dale Jr. fans turned that race off and vowed never to watch another fucking late model stock race. Okay, you were lucky to get him there. What did you do to keep him? You held him hostage on a 35-degree day. Okay, while we're running bandoleros on a 4/10 mile racetrack. Not a great idea. And Legends cars. I think Kevin Harvick's boy was there, but I don't know because I wasn't watching that shit because I wasn't racing it, or I wasn't interested. I mean, I love local racing, but I wasn't tuned in to watch local racing. I mean, I can do that right here, you know. And I know, hey, local racers are a big deal. They're important, but sometimes that we have got to understand that the show's bigger than us. I mean, hey, the fucking hobby stock feature is a huge damn deal, all right? But say I'm a dirt guy, so say the World Outlaws sprint cars are there. Donnie Scott's a lot goddamn bigger deal than me. And a few people might have come to see me, but a lot more people will come to see Donnie Schatz. I'm like, fuck, I'm there to see Donnie Schatz, man. You know, let's not. All right, put the big show out first, okay? Do not run a billion support classes at your big events, all right? Like Cherokee today. Good grief, dude. That show took forever. And then when they got to the feature, it was a tire-popping jamboree, man. I mean, Madden pitted from the lead and still came through and won it. I mean, because I believe, maybe I should be talking to Chris about this. Be like, hey, Chris, man, at that track that you own down there, I mean, he doesn't technically own it. He doesn't have the deed, but, man, he dominates there. You know, either way. All I'm saying is, don't take long intermissions. Don't run a billion support classes. If you do, cool, but use them right. You know, use them to fill downtime. Like, okay, say it's a late model race. I don't know. We'll make it a sorry. We'll make it a pavement late model race for sake of argument. Okay, you do your qualifying. You got 60 cars on property because you're running. It's for a lot of money, man. You got to run a B main, okay? Because you have enough cars to have a B main. Obviously, you got 50. Let's see, when we're asphalt racing, it's called the semi feature. Okay, so run your semi feature, or your B main, or your consi, or whatever you call it, your last chance race. Run that race, okay? If you got support divisions, this is where you put them on the racetrack, all right? And maybe it'll run a little bit long. You know, don't put a 50, do not put a 50 lap limited late model race in that hole. Okay? 20 lap, whoever your best division is, okay? This is who take this. Talladega Short Track does this. Whoever, if it's your 4-cylinder front wheel drive cars, if they put on a 5-wide crowd thriller every week, okay, include them in your big show and give them a spotlight somewhere like that, like in between your B main and your A main. Put them in there. Put them in, coach. They're ready. They proved it to you. You know, that don't have like a 2-hour intermission like the Dirt Track World Championship did, where the track announcer's trying to fill an hour and a half of time in between, you know, when we're going live on MAV TV, and then half an hour into it, they decided to do track prep. They could have run the whole fucking steel block feature in that block, man. I mean, the dude announcing at Portsmouth there, he spent he spent 5 minutes talking about everybody in that race. They could have run the goddamn race in the time that it took him to, well, whatever. All right. I'm not wishing ill will on anybody, you know, but man, especially, dude, when it's like 35 degrees out, you know, you say, well, football, people go to football games when it's 30 degrees. Football people are, look, that's different, man. That's different. Football's a cold weather sport, you know. Racing cars, it's not really, right? I mean, we do it through the winter here in the South. I mean, it's going to take about a month break, and then we'll hit. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, Fayetteville's running next week. I'm not running. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not putting antifreeze in my motor and all that bullshit. And then, you know, just keep the show moving, keep people entertained, have fun. I really wish that every racetrack in the country had to operate under a strict curfew, like they do at County Line Raceway in Elm City, North Carolina. Brenda and her crew, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, they do not fool around at that place. We get there, and it's kind of tough to do it like by yourself. You know, you sit down in the car. It goes driver's meeting, wheel pack, like 2 laps because the track's almost all the way ready. Hot laps, qualifying, okay, in rapid succession. Like, they're not ever taking 2, 3. Like, every time you take a minute, if you take a minute 20 times, that's a third of an hour. Sometimes you got to take a minute. I dig it. But I also understand. I've worked at a racetrack, so I know that nobody there is getting paid shit. So I don't really expect anybody busting their ass for free. Okay. But my God, man, we have got to get the tangibles right, dude. It is so important for us, for the industry, that we get the things right, that we can control. Nobody's going to stop there from being a fucking full moon that falls on a race day. Okay? Nobody's going to stop a rainstorm. Nobody's going to stop winds but we can, for Pete's sake, just keep things moving along as quickly as we can. We can avoid, running 8 classes. I mean, if a show runs along because we got a record car count, it's a beautiful day, and everybody's having a kick-ass time, and nobody really wants to go home, well, so be it, man. I mean, that's what we want, But if we're dilly-dallying, if we're running 15-lap races that take an hour and 45 minutes, I mean, well, that's okay. That'd be like a 60-lap race. I've been in a couple of 60-lappers that took an hour and 45 minutes for no good reason at all. But let's just get our shit together. Let's keep our programs moving. Sometimes we get opportunities to get new fans in. And I watched a racetrack below one the other night. And Cherokee's going to Cherokee. I mean, they're never going to change. That's the place your mom warned you about. And it's not my local track. It's my bud Leslie's track. But, hey, I'm not telling them what to do. They've been in business for a long time. And they're never, well, I don't know. Well, I hope they don't ever go out of business. We got to get our shit together. It's 2022. There's way too many fucking options for us to fuck around all night and all day and all that bullshit. All right? You can get on Flow Racing right now. And I'm going to tell you, watch a program from Marshalltown, Iowa. Regular Friday night show. Anybody who watches that, if they saw some shit like they see it, I don't know, the place your mama warned you about, they might think twice about going where you go, what you're doing. Not just you either. Like if your show drags out, if you're fooling around and fucking around and all this shit, then you can see how other tracks operate very easily nowadays. And the good ones are going to survive, and we can do better. We got it. We got this. We're all in it together. I'm not throwing any shade on Florence or Cherokee. You just were the tracks I watched today and yesterday. I didn't catch too much of what went down at Deep South Speedway in Alabama. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being, maybe because it's winter racing, and winter racing generally sucks. All right, at least in the Southeast. All right, so way long rant. Thanks for watching Jake's Shop and Track Talk. And take it easy, fellas. Bye.